Good morning, Centers for Spiritual Living Delaware, and all our guests and members. So grateful to be with you this morning in these difficult times as we come together in peace and in willingness and in openness and in honesty to know the truth of our unity. So as we start our meditation this morning, I just want to acknowledge my appreciation for you showing up as an energetic entity that says yes to unifying this field in which we all breathe. And how beautiful that our theme is the breath after the experience that we've all shared these last weeks of I cannot breathe. So taking a conscious moment now together to acknowledge the gift of the breath as we begin our meditation. So I'm going to invite you to sit squarely on your chair, either pressed against the back of your chair or on the edge of the chair, so that you can lengthen the spine. This allows the energy to flow freely up and down the spine. And just take a moment now to notice your breathing. Just notice, without changing it, what is taking place. All right, and then we'll notice at the end as well. Notice how you feel, how you felt. As we begin to breathe deeply, stretching the crown of the head up, as I say, lengthening the spine. And I'm going to invite us to open for a moment. As we inhale with the face and the head forward, and then exhale, twisting to the left, looking all the way around behind you. Inhale to the center, exhale to the right. Inhale to the center, exhale to the left. Inhale to the center, exhale to the right. Knowing that the mind and the body are completely connected through this breath and through the movement of the body. And as we breathe and move in this particular way, we open up the vagus nerve and we open up the psoas muscle, two areas in which we hold so much grief, so much of our life's experience that creates tightness within the body. So as we move and as we breathe, we allow that energy to be released and open to the true and infinite possibilities that the breath, creating mindfulness, allows within us as our true self. So closing your eyes now, let's just begin to breathe, consciously softening the belly. Breathing deeply through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Inhaling without pausing and exhaling. Continuing this process as you bring the attention to the crown of the head and allow this energy of the breath being drawn through the crown of the head to begin to soften every area in the body temple. Notice the forehead softening, the cheeks softening, the jaw softening. Notice the throat relaxing. Notice the shoulders particularly relaxing. Feel your arms becoming heavy. resting them comfortably on your thighs, in your lap, palms up or down. Feel the spine long and strong and yet relaxed. Breathe into the hips. Feel yourself supported. You do not have to work at this sitting position. Surrender to the chair, surrender to the floor on which it's supported, surrender to the earth which holds us in an embrace of love, of givingness, of nurturance. Breathe deeply into the thighs and allow the thighs to relax. The knees, the calves, the ankles. As you breathe, you may feel tingling in the feet, becoming aware in conscious breathing of the energetic force that we truly are. Taking one more breath and exhaling deeply into the earth as we anchor ourselves, fully rooted, strong foundation in this life, nourished by the earth, held by the electromagnetic field, supported in all forms of nourishment and protection. And drawing the eye focus just up a little bit into the forehead, lifting that energy consciously up as we breathe in and breathe out through the nose, softening. Feel the body becoming very relaxed. Noticing the breath, the quality of the breath, the touch of the breath as it enters the nostrils. Noticing the chest expanding. This time, notice first the belly expanding as you inhale, drawing the breath up through the chest all the way to the clavicle, and exhaling from the chest through the diaphragm down into the belly, getting the belly retract back towards the spine. Begin to feel this breath, this movement, this flow like a wave that is rolling into the shore and being drawn back out to sea. Rhythmic, connected to the universal energies of the moon, the planets. And consciously allow your breath now to be that same rhythm in connection with the heartbeat of the universe. No pauses between the inhale and the exhale. Feeling your aliveness within the body temple. And now just lengthening the breath slightly, not knowing how long a breath you are taking. Just count 4 silently to yourself on the inhale and 4 on the exhale. Find that rhythm of 4. Surrender deeply to the breath, allowing it to flow freely without any resistance. It is the gift that keeps giving. It is not held back. Receive this gift now with an open heart. Breathing in I, breathing out am. Recognizing the presence of the divine in the breath. The Creator activating each of our lives. Begin to feel the spaciousness that we create, more room for the messages that we are here to receive, greater awareness, greater understanding, greater inspiration. Softening. And now taking the opportunity to slow the breath down even further, allowing more space, more room, more freedom. Inhaling to the count of 6 and exhaling to the count of 6. Breathing in I, breathing out am. Allowing the breath to take you deeper into the essence of life, where everything is possible and all we need is provided for us. Surrendering more deeply. Count of 6 in, count of 6 out. Consciously connecting with the infinite breath of all time, particularly our own ancestors. And inviting the wounds of our ancestors to be healed in this breath now. We create space. We allow it to be. And we receive the answer, the response to what is mine to do, from what is mine to know. Breathing in the mother, the grandmother, the great-grandmother, the father, the grandfather, the great-grandfather, and beyond. Allowing this space, this moment, this breath to begin to heal. Breathing in I, breathing out am. Continuing in the silence now as we just allow and be fully present to each breath, each moment. Taking a full conscious breath in now. Hold the breath for a moment. Seal it, feel its power in the body temple. Exhale. Bring the palms of the hands together at the heart center. Press them in the balance of that breath, the giving and the receiving. Bringing the polarities together as we inhale again. And exhale. And acknowledging together that we can take this moment, these few moments, anytime during the day with the breath, to bring ourselves back into that conscious awareness of who we are, whose we are, where we are, and what is ours to do from the heart instead of the runaway mind. And so with great gratitude, I give my thanks for this time together. My name is Candace Berkowitz. I'm a practitioner here at the Centers for Spiritual Living, Delaware. And blessings of breath to each and every one of us. Namaste. And now I would like to introduce Sharon Bousquet, who is the brilliant creator of beautiful song and energy to raise our vibrations further. Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you so much, Candace. My love to my community and those who are stepping in to spend an hour or so with us today. You are welcome in this community. Our arms are open. I am Sharon Bousquet, and I'm going to do a few songs for you before the service. We'll kick things off with a song by a singer-songwriter named Ellis. She's fantastic. Lives in Minneapolis. This song is called How Would It Be? How would it be if everything that you thought you knew was turned upside down, opposite from your point of view? How would you feel if the ground was really the sky, and all of this time you've been walking when you could have been flying? If you run 1,000 miles a minute, you can expect to wear out a few pairs of shoes. If you forget how to love and take it for granted, you can expect to wear out people close to you. What if all the birds are flying just to show us all the trees are really holding the sky up? Everything that you do matters somehow. What if heaven and hell was right now? How would it be if you really created your life? Stories you told, the good and bad, that they come alive. How would it change if your words were like nails and wood? You build your house, but you forget that it's just a house. You can rebuild it. What if all the birds are flying just to show us all the trees are really holding the sky up? Everything that you do matters in the end. What if all our mistakes are forgiven? What if love is a lot of listening, a little bit of time, not pretending we are caught up in a world of daydreams? What if loving what you have is everything? That's from the wonderful Ellis. Beautiful, beautiful song. So I send my love and my prayers and my wholehearted belief that the best of us is here to move us forward in this time that we are living through right now. Um, I think all of us who are so heart-centered are just, I mean, for me, I have a hard time speaking. Luckily, somehow I can sing. So you all are in my thoughts and prayers as we move this country forward. This is a song by a band called Switchfoot. Not sure when this came out. It's an older one that I really like. I was kind of pulling out some older covers today that inspire me. Welcome to the planet. Welcome to existence. Everyone's here. Everyone's here. Everybody's watching now. And everybody waits for you now. What happens next? What happens next? I dare you to move. I dare you to move. I dare you to lift yourself up off the floor. I dare you to move. I dare you to move. Like today never happened. 'Cause today never happened before. Welcome to the fallout. Welcome to resistance. The tension is here. The tension is here. Between who you are and who you could be. Between how it is and how it will be. I dare you to move. I dare you to move. I dare you to lift yourself up off the floor. I dare you to move. I dare you to move. Like today never happened. 'Cause today never happened. Maybe redemption has stories to tell. Maybe forgiveness is right where you fell. Where can you run to escape from yourself? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Salvation is here. I dare you to move. I dare you to move. I dare you to lift yourself up off the floor. I dare you to move. Dare you to move. Like today never happened. 'Cause today never happened before. Blessings, my beloved community. Thank you. I would like to turn everything over to our fantastic crew. I am turning it over to someone. My sheet fell down. Sorry, everyone. Candace. By the way, Candace has a workshop coming up, and I have to say I have done transformational breath work with Candace, and she is the most astonishing, gifted facilitator. I highly recommend taking her class next weekend.
Oh,
I will be there.
thank you. Very, very, very generous, Sharon. Thank you so much. And we're so grateful for the beautiful music that you create and share with us. And I just want to welcome everybody to this beautiful moment, this beautiful day that we come together here at the Centers for Spiritual Living Delaware. And I am Candace Berkowitz, and I am a practitioner here. So grateful to be in this position to support and pray, to know the truth, and to share with everyone this beautiful gift of life, knowing that we each enhance each other's lives by the presence and the gift that we share with each other. So thank you for being here today at the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware. And I'm going to invite you just to go within now as we enjoy the evocation, breathing in together. The theme and the focus of this day is mindfulness for mavericks. So let's breathe in. How do we get to mindfulness? We do it through the breath, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful practice. So consciously breathing in together, sharing this gift of life, and connecting with the monthly theme, which is spiritual vision. So as we breathe in, recognizing that we are drawing in this very gift of life, the God presence, the creative being, the beingness, life itself. We are drawing it in. We are sharing this breath at this moment. We are sharing the Creator as the Creator is sharing with us. And in that breath, we know there is no separation. It is one life that is eternally and infinitely given, and we experience it through each breath, and we are sharing that together right here and right now. Do we see the connection? Do we feel the connection? Do we know that connection? There is no color in this breath. There is no religion in this breath. There is no organization in this breath other than the infinite giving of the wholeness of life of the Creator to creation. This is, some call God, some call spirit, some call universal consciousness, and it doesn't matter what we call it, just recognizing it. We can even call it breath. That inspiration, that which brings us alive. And again, we are each breathing this same breath. And as we exhale, we are mingling our breath together and inspiring it again. How beautiful is that? How symbolic is that? There is no bigger message. There is no bigger message to the truth of unity in the one. And still we are all individualized. We are each mavericks. We choose. We have the freedom. We are given another gift. That's the freedom. The freedom of the breath, the freedom to choose, the freedom to be awake, the freedom to be asleep, the freedom to acknowledge, the freedom to join, or the freedom to separate. We have that freedom to create and to co-create. And we are invited with each breath to do that. We are already partners. We are already connected. We are already collaborators. We are already friends within this one field of life itself. So the gift, the other gift is we transform that energy, that life force through our wakefulness, through our awareness, through our joy, through our impulse that is unique unto us, to bring forth, to gather our friends together, like-minded people and not so like-minded people, to create something new. And here we are at this moment in time, invited with like-minded people and unlike-minded people to create something new, to feel that power within us, that is asking for us to know the truth of who we are. One life, individualized, all mavericks, coming together into a greater expression in this awareness of our unity with each other in love, for life is love. It is a gift. It is the most magnificent, miraculous gift. And I ask us each to cherish this gift, not as a singular gift to me, but the comprehensive gift of life itself as all of us. We are the gift to each other. And so as we breathe that in, I just give my thanks. I give my thanks for the teachings of the science of mind, for Ernest Holmes, who synthesized so much of this universal knowledge, the spiritual knowledge from all of the masters of all traditions, to allow us to have a broader, more expanded view. We are ripe for that which is being asked of us now. We are ripe for that. We have already said yes by showing up here today and taking the classes here at the center and doing the meditation and consciously breathing so that we are present in the moment to respond from who we are, which is love. I am so grateful for everybody here who is sharing in this expanded state, supporting each other, and all who we are not connected to in this video, but by heartbeat, each breath, for the change that is being asked. I am so excited. I am shaken, but I am shaken awake. And the breath awakens us to each step to take forward. So let's, in our individual spaces and time together, just say a hallelujah, a hallelujah, a hallelujah. Because this is the time and we are the people, and spirit fills us with that energy of truth to do what is called to be done. So grateful for everybody who participates in bringing this service into fruition. Dan and Michelle, all the hospitality, the media, Sharon Biscay for the music, and our beloved Reverend Kathleen Johnson, Reverend Dr. Kathleen Johnson, who spends all of her time in that breathing consciousness to download, to upload, to share with us an inspired message that pulls us forward, that draws us together to be what we are and to do what we are to do. And so I'm so grateful again, thankful for this day, thankful for this day spirit, thankful for all spirits who are participating with us today, and knowing that we are saying yes to a world that works for everyone together. And we are not going back. We are continuing to wake up. So I invite us all to say yes, and so it is. Amen. And now I pass this on with great gratitude for my dear friend and minister, Reverend Dr. Kathleen Johnson.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Candace. Thank you, Sharon. Wow, we're off to a really great start, and I can see and I can feel the energy building as we, as a community, wake up to what is ours to do on the planet. So I want to first start off by inviting all of us to open our hearts in love and turn on our video cameras. Turn on our video cameras. This is actually a way that we show love for one another as a community. It's wonderful to see each other's faces, even if we haven't combed our hair yet, or put on the right clothes. It's a great opportunity for us to feel the sense of community. So I invite you turn on those video cameras so that we can all say hello to one another, and so that we can also it actually helps people who are here to offering you something, to see you, to see your faces, to see you moving in your activity, particularly when I'm speaking, really when any of us are speaking, and particularly when the musician, today it's Sharon, is singing. It's such great feedback for her to see everybody moving, singing, even if we can't hear you. It's such a great sense of community, and we have a community that we can be proud of that is so full of love, so heartfelt, and I love you all more than you can even imagine. I see a lot of you already, and I appreciate you for turning on your video cameras.
And
Also,
for any who are confused, this is Michelle. You can always go up to the upper right-hand corner and shift from speaker view to gallery view to see everybody.
Yeah, speaker view to gallery view to see everybody. Also, there's the chat part at the bottom where you can tune into the chat and just say hello to everybody, a way to greet the community. The chat feature at the bottom is the little white. It says chat. It says chat on it. You'll find it. And I also invite you, if you're comfortable sharing a prayer request with the community, to go ahead and write it in there in the chat box as well, so that we can all be praying for you, and also the practitioners, in this case today it's Candace, can pick up those prayer requests and write them down and pass them on to all the practitioners. So enjoy the service. And so let's open our hearts to the universe. So just repeat after me. I open my heart to the universe.
I open my heart to the universe.
Accepting love and healing.
Accepting love and healing.
And I open my mind to the universe.
I open my mind to the universe.
Accepting wisdom and understanding.
Accepting wisdom and understanding.
Let's bring that into our hearts, accepting it as so, and say together, yes, and so it is. Beautiful. Okay, now I would like to introduce Brett to you, our beloved Brett, with the announcements.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. Well, welcome to another month, a beautiful day, and let's take this day to concentrate our energies on giving peace and love to the planet. I have some great announcements, but first let's start off by repeating the intention statement. We, the Center
for Spiritual Living Delaware,
are a welcoming,
vibrant, inclusive
spiritual community rooted in new thought,
ancient wisdom
principles.
We are
here to be the presence
of love
and to co-create
heaven
on earth.
A world
that works
for everyone.
All right, thank you. Okay, as usual, we've got some wonderful things going on. Scientific research shows that there are exponential benefits to praying in a group. We do this all often. We have some great opportunities to do this coming up. We encourage everyone to join us for a group prayer each Monday via Zoom from 12 to 12:15 p.m. Okay. You can join Marianne Rwanda, a practitioner. Okay, for 150 days of Ernest Holmes, drawing from meditations contained in part 6 of The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. Marianne facilitates live meditations on Facebook and Zoom from Monday through Friday at 7:15 a.m. The sessions started on Monday, June 1st, and are recorded, making it convenient for anyone to join at any time. And I will tell you, She has been a constant presence on Facebook, and even though we may not want to participate every day or we may not have an opportunity to, it's always nice to know that she is there and to be able to pick it and listen to one of her meditations during the day. So we want to give a great shout out to Marianne for her dedication to this opportunity. All teens are invited to join our CSL Delaware teen group on Zoom today from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. with facilitator Reverend Bill Marcioni. Participation is free. However, all attendees must pre-register. Registration details are on the flyer on our website and in the CSL Delaware newsletter. The Power of 8 Circle Group will meet following the service today to practice the power of focused intention, group intention, for the evolution of individual and world consciousness and the healing and change that results. And if there's ever a time to do this, the time is nigh. All are welcome to participate. Again, it's following the service today. On June 15th from 7 to 9 p.m., join Candace Berkowitz for an online transformational breath workshop. A love donation of $20 or whatever is affordable for you is appreciated. However, no one will be turned away. Okay. Also, if I could ask Candace to say something about the workshop, please. Take yourself off mute.
I did it. Okay, now I did it.
There you go.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to share because I'm so excited about this workshop. I love facilitating the breath. Obviously, we all breathe, but transformational breath is a unique experience of conscious circular breathing that allows greater vitality to our body systems, greater clarity of mind, and also getting in touch with the deeper things that we've been holding on to for eons, or as I said in the meditation, even ancestrally, that we don't even know so much is in our DNA. And breath work of any kind brings us to the present moment. And this is very therapeutic breath that allows us to release, to bring up, and to transform a lot of things that we don't even know that we have been holding on to. So I just look forward to everybody and anybody participating in the comfort of your own home. It's 2 hours, and I think it truly is a transformational experience, and I feel grateful to participate and facilitate with you and for you. So hope to see you next Monday, not tomorrow, but the following Monday, 7 to 9, and blessings to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Candace. You're a beautiful presence in our community. And of course, please refer to the website under the Get Involved tab or our newsletter for more details about our events and activities. I'm going to turn this over to the wonderful Sharon Bousquet for another wonderful song. Sharon, you have to unmute yourself.
I thought I did. Sorry.
There you go.
free to sing along. The joy of God is joy in me, and resting in the joy of God, I know that all is well. Joy, the joy of God is joy in me, resting in the joy of God, I know that all is well. The love of God is love in me, and resting in the love of God, I know that all is well. The love of God is love in me, and resting in the love of God, I know that all is well. The breath of God is breathing me, and resting in the breath of God, I know that all is well. The breath again, the breath of God is breathing me, and resting in the breath of God, I know that all is well. I know that all is well. I know that all is well. The breath of God is breathing us all. Thank you. I'd like to introduce Jen.
Hi, folks. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, good. Good. Good morning. Thank you, Sharon. Ah, this year, we join all centers for spiritual living, spiritual communities across the whole planet and intend to see life with perfect 2020 vision. Our monthly theme, mindfulness for mavericks. By the way, a maverick is an individualist, a nonconformist, someone who listens to the guidance from within. Our topic for today is Just Breathe in the Ernest Holmes Papers. Ideas of Power, page 330. Holmes writes, "The universe is self-existent, and God comes new and fresh in the perennial springtime of every moment, burst forth from the timeless infinite into the present incident, carrying with the wonder, the majesty, and the might, the warmth and color of eternal itself. Such is the nature of our being. Every day is a new beginning. Every day is the world made anew." Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "To meditate with mindful breathing is to bring body and mind back to the present moment so that you do not miss your appointment with life." Let us use the power of our word to participate mindfully in creation. Say with me, "I breathe mindfully that I may intend, speak, and act as a spiritual maverick, doing what is mine to do and manifesting a world that works for everyone." And now I turn this over to the very generous, the very kind, the very beautiful Dr. Reverend Kathleen Johnson. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. That was so heartfully read. I really appreciate that. So let's not miss our appointment with life today. Let's breathe. Let's breathe together just to start this whole message off that I'm about ready to offer you. Let's breathe. Let's breathe into the maverick that we are in truth. I love this word maverick. It's defined as an individualist, a free spirit, an independent thinker, a nonconformist, and non-orthodox type person. And I was thinking about this, and isn't that what we are all born to be? We're all so unique. And yes, we all need to work together. You know, that's really important. And we do work together when we truly connect with that deeper inner guidance. And so this month, where we're talking about mindfulness practice is the path to becoming the maverick, the inner maverick we are meant to be, that individualist, that independent thinker. And mindfulness practice is a way to break down patterns of thought, emotion, and action that don't serve us and don't serve our higher purpose, so that the gifts of the spirit within us can be revealed, can be uncovered, and available to us as we co-create a better world together. So let's breathe. And our topic today then is just breathe. So the breath is life itself. The breath is spirit itself moving through us. It's way more than simply a biochemical process by which cells obtain energy and by which we release toxins. It's so much more than that. It is truly the movement of spirit in us, through us, and as us. It's called the prana. It's called ruach in Genesis, which means the breath of God, which gave life to Adam and Eve. It is that movement of spirit through us. It's life itself. So with every breath, that's why it's so important to take deep, long, slow breaths often, and to be mindful of how we're breathing. So today, that's my focus. My focus is all of these nuances about how our focus on the breath through mindfulness can truly transform our lives and help us be more available to what is ours to do on the planet. So breathing in, think about that when we talk about breathing in. Inspiration. It's the same thing. It's the same word. Inspiration. As we breathe, we inspire. We are in the flow of inspiration, divine inspiration. I was thinking how often I have that in my prayers, is to be an instrument of divine inspiration. And what does that mean? It means to breathe more deeply so that the flow of divine wisdom, the flow of the field of infinite possibility and potentiality that surrounds me and surrounds us all, is able to find a channel through us and as us. The breath, isn't that awesome? It's just about breathing more deeply and consciously. The universe inspires, breathes me, breathes you. I love that song, The Breath of God is Breathing Me. It's a reminder of what the breath is. And we participate in that by allowing that breath to move through us in a more conscious and continuous and expanded manner. So breath or breathing is life itself, sustaining itself. And so therefore breathing supports us, breathing mindfully supports us in living more fully as the God intended person that we are meant to be. Breathing also has a lot to do with it. It actually, if we are mindful, and we begin to see the nuances in our breath, we begin to realize when our breathing is out of balance, when it's too shallow, or when we're breathing rapidly. And then we can become detectives and use it as an early warning sign that we're headed in the wrong direction. And quite often, and it really is how we are perceiving something. What are the thoughts, or what are we believing about what is going on? So again, shallow breathing, rapid breathing are signs of things like tension, anxiety, fear, worry, and stress and trauma. It is a sign to take action and just breathe. Slow, long, deep breathing. I've heard it once said that you can remember what the kind of breath that you want by the acronym LSD. Interesting, huh? Long, slow, and deep breathing. That's the remedy. It calms the body, releases toxins, restores clear-mindedness so we can shift our minds into a higher thought. You know, when we're caught up in that stress response, it's often hard to think clearly, to even find a better feeling thought. So the breath allows us to access that. So what we are witnessing on the media, all around us, on our planet at this time, and in our country, is a consciousness, a human consciousness, a belief structure that is out of balance with what is true about life. Breathing allows us to know when we are out of balance. Think about the key phrase that's being used right now. And this is one that is, I know, going down in American history. What is the key phrase we're hearing? I can't breathe. I can't breathe was George Floyd's final words. I can't breathe, I know, were the thoughts that go through those who are suffering from COVID-19. I can't breathe are the chants that I have heard from the protesters, those who are bringing forth the importance of us taking a stand and moving into action and keeping in the forefront our awareness of the image of George Floyd as truly a symbol for a whole entire group of people who feel at times like they can't breathe because of the oppression that continues in this day and age. I can't breathe. A symbol of police brutality and laws that lead to mass incarceration of people of color due to racism, white supremacy. I can't breathe, a symbol of pandemic disease. All of these rooted in the belief in separation, a belief that somehow we are separate from God, separate from our good, that the other person is going to take it from us or deprive us from it, when there is more than enough to go around for everyone on this planet if we just simply share. I can't breathe. So let's respond to that with a higher idea that yes, together we can breathe, and we must breathe. We must breathe with our brothers and sisters all over the planet, realizing that we are one human family. We are one human family. We are of the same source. And yes, we're all unique. We're all meant to be mavericks. We're all meant to be these individualizations, unique individualizations of the one. And we're all designed to look a little different from each other. That is the beauty of life. That is the beauty of life. That's the richness of life. So in truth, there is no other. There is no other. We are one. We are one, and yet we are varied and unique. So the importance of the breath. The importance of the breath is a remembrance that this is spirit itself, life itself, moving in us, through us, and as us, that we have to offer to each other. And that is really front and center, isn't it? In human consciousness right now, the breath, the importance of waking up and breathing together. And I'm also reminded of when you're on the plane and they tell you to put the mask on yourself first and then put it on your loved ones. We must care for ourselves first and foremost if we are to be of service to others. So we must put the mask of breath on ourselves. We must take time each day to breathe, and also through our meditation practices, but also to be conscious of our breath throughout the day so we can shift it and keep ourselves in a high state of well-being and peace and clarity of mind so that we are available in any moment for whatever is happening. We are here then to breathe more deeply this amazing gift of life in order to share it with others. You know, I think it's probably no secret for those of you who have known me that I'm an emotional empath. And, you know, it has its strengths in that I am able to have compassion and feel very deeply with others. And that's also the downside, I guess if you could call it a downside, is that because I feel so deeply, I find myself suffering along with others. And most recently, I think I've shared this once before, it was a continuous sore throat. Well, that's gone away. But now, just recently this week, I felt a tightness in my heart chakra in the center and in my throat. And I was reminded, I mean, I turned to the breath. I used the breath to breathe and get myself back centered. But I came to realize that, isn't it interesting in this time when the mantra of those who are calling for our support is I can't breathe, that's where I'm experiencing this physical sense or feeling. This feeling is feeling like a shortness of the breath. And don't worry, for those of you who said, well, maybe you need to go see the doctor. I actually did this week. I went to the doctor, had an electrocardiogram, and all my vital signs, everything's fine. It's what's going on with me is what's going on with many of us who feel very deeply, no matter what our skin color is, about what's going on in the planet. And it is a call to action. It is truly a call to action. Thich Nhat Hanh wrote, feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor. It's a call to breathe. We are being called to breathe in order to be of highest service. So I breathe. So what if we could take time throughout the day to notice our breathing? You know, our Buddhist brothers and sisters often have a signal that goes off once an hour or once every 20 minutes or whatever, to remind themselves to breathe, to stop in the moment and breathe. So I was actually reading something the other day that you can't breathe and smile at the same time. Just try it for a moment. Ha! I made you smile and I made you breathe. A little bit of levity here. So now that I have your attention again, I'd like us to practice Thich Nhat Hanh's mindful breathing meditation. And I think it's just so beautiful. I use this often And it's a good way, it doesn't matter where you are, you can remind yourself. And it goes like this. Breathing in, I calm my body. So just breathe in and say this after me. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment on the next inhale. On the exhale, I know this is a wonderful moment. Isn't that beautiful? That simple meditation is a remedy for any momentary out of balance sense of what's going on with the breath. It brings us back to the present moment so that we can keep our appointment with life. So mindfulness then is, particularly today we're talking about with a focus on the breath, is a moment by moment spiritual practice that I'm calling us into and actually putting this into practice. It's designed to help us keep our appointment with life. Isn't that beautiful? If we can just remember that, keep our appointment with life. If we remember to just breathe, we can accomplish seemingly impossible things. Why? Because the breath anchors us in the power, the strength, the wisdom, the beauty, the grace, the love, the magnificence of God. Everything that we could ever need to accomplish whatever we are called to accomplish. So we breathe. We breathe and we listen to the guidance that is within us. And we speak up and we stand up and we support ourselves, our brothers and sisters of color, and also in honor of Pride Month, our brothers and sisters in the LGBTQ community. So let's turn within in prayer. So I just celebrate this moment of awakening to the power of the breath, the power of spirit moving through us. I know that today, as individualizations of the one life, we are more available than ever to the divine magnificence that lies within us, that is ready to spring forth into action. As we breathe deeply, we are guided, we are directed, we are shown what is ours to do, what is ours to be in this day and in this age and in this time and in this moment. I know that there is a great change going on the planet, and it begins right here within me, within each one of us, as we wake up to who we are in truth, whose we are in truth, and to the awareness that we are all brothers and sisters in